Eskom and the Special Investigating Unit have filed papers in the High Court in Pretoria in a bid to recover some 3.8 billion rand of funds from its former executives, board members and the controversial Gupta brothers and their associations. Well, we are going to be talking to Matshela Koko, whom we have on the line now, and he's the former Eskom COO, and he is one of those executives that has been implicated. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Koko. Thank you for your time today. Now, have you actually received a summons from Eskom and the SIU?
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to listeners. No, I have not received summons from Eskom. I do not know the case, the Eskom case against me. I am looking forward to the summons so that I can understand what the case against me is, and I will respond to that.
So when did you find out about the allegations against you, or that there is some sort of activity and movement and your name is part of that?
I found out like anybody else, like me and you, on the news. I read the Eskom statement. I watched the news yesterday, and that's all.
Well, you have actually come out on social media and you have said, and I quote, that they are making a horrific blunder and that this is bad publicity. If you don't even know the merits of the case and the actual issues that are in point here, how can this be a horrific blunder? What are you referring to?
Well, there's two reasons for that. One, you may or may not recall that I received summons from the Head and Cheeseman Foundation in Malta in November 2017 about the same transaction. It was a long shot, and it came to naught. But secondly, I work for Eskom and I know what I've done. And it's preposterous anybody, including Eskom, to suggest that in the work that I've done at Eskom, I broke the law. I was an honest employee of Eskom. I served Eskom with humility. I complied to the law, and I'll never break the law. And that is why I'm saying the publicity is the long shot. But let me tell you more. If Eskom thinks they have a case against me, they will go to court in the same way that is happening elsewhere in Transnet, and they will go for my assets. And they will freeze my assets, and then they will continue with their civil case. But to freeze my assets, they will have to convince the courts that they have a case against me. But they're not doing that. When this case eventually ends, whatever assets I have, I may not have them. So it's a publicity stance, and Eskom is just not to that. But it gives me an opportunity to respond in writing to the court. And I think it will make everybody happy that we are now within a legal process, that Eskom has put its best foot forward in court, and we will all have to do that, and the public will sit back and look at who is fooling who. And I can tell you now, they will conclude that Eskom is fooling.
You are saying, Mr. Koko, that your hands are clean, that you have had no part in any illegal dealings. You have, however, been implicated by Mr. Mabuza at the State Capture Commission for corruption, and this is something that happened at the Zondo Commission. What is your reaction to that, the fact that you have actually been implicated previously?
What has come out of that statement of Tabu Mabuza out of the Zondo Commission?
Yes, you go ahead. You answer that, please.
Well, it's easy to go. You know, the beautiful thing about the Zondo Commission, unlike the Parliamentary Commission, the Parliamentary Commission was a waste of time. But the Zondo Commission is made up of a judge that we all respect. It's made up of investigators. It's made up of competent lawyers. When you go there and make an allegation, you don't get carried away. They look at your evidence, they evaluate it, they decide whether it makes sense or not, and then they act on it. As simple as that.
There is the issue as well of the leaked emails that apparently were found on Eskom's server. Leaked emails to some associates believed to be related to the Guptas, such as Mr. Salim Essa and Mr. Nazim Hawa. What is your response to the presence of those emails and the fact that you were providing them with confidential information that would have given them unfair advantage within Eskom?
I'm on record that I've never sent any emails to the Guptas or the associates. I would not do that. It does not make sense. It would be unlawful. I've never done that.
So what is it that Eskom is talking about? Because they say they've got a whole track of emails dating back from 2015, I think, when you got back into Eskom after your suspension, that from that point onwards, you already started these communications, and they say they've got this on record. What could they be referring to?
But, Tani, I would like to answer your question, but first I must see what Eskom puts to me in the affidavit. Eskom might not even put that to me in an affidavit. So I don't know how to respond to that. I must first find out what Eskom puts to me.
Well, before I let you go, just one other question. There was an interview that you had with Carte Blanche quite a while back, and this was regarding the prepayment made to Tegeta. And this prepayment was to allow them to be able to buy Optimum. Now, in that interview, you said that you had no knowledge of this and that you were not involved in this. But it later emerged that you had actually signed on that prepayment. How do you explain that dichotomy and that contradiction?
You raised two issues, and let me respond to them. First, you say there was a prepayment that we've made, which is a fact, but you are saying it was meant to allow Tegeta to buy Optimum. Where do you get that? So
the prepayment was made, but you are saying that in as much as that prepayment was made, it was not for that. Well, the allegations are that this money was made, for Tegeta to be able to acquire Optimum. So you are confirming and saying that that was not a knowledge that you knew about.
Yeah, those allegations must still be proven. Somebody who says that to me must tell me why does he say that, and that's why I'm deliberately asking you back. If you say that prepayment was meant to procure a mine for the Guptas, then you must have some information before you that makes you make that decision. I don't have it. I never did that. Secondly, when I was in Parliament and when I was told that I lied on Carte Blanche, I invited Parliament, I invited Advocate Vanara. It was on national television, and I said to them, let's watch the video. Walk me through the video and show me the lie. The parliament did not find the lie. Advocate Vanara did not find the lie. The parliamentary report does not talk to any lie. So why are we talking about the lie that the parliamentary inquiry could not find?
As you said, Mr. Koko, those are all allegations that need to be ventilated in a court of law. Your thoughts on the fact that... Okay, go ahead. There's something you wanted to say there?
No, I'm saying they will be ventilated if there need be. They may not even be. My expectation is that there are non-issues and they will not arise.
What is your sentiment on the fact that the entire board and executives have been implicated in this, all 12 of you, and the fact that you are actually working in collusion to ensure favorable conditions for the Gupta family and to facilitate state capture?
What I can tell you is that it's preposterous for Eskom to say that. I don't know why they're saying that. I am looking forward to that. You see, the beauty about going to court is that every allegation you make, you must provide evidence to it. So I am looking forward to Eskom providing evidence to the court that says here is a scheme, and this is how these people were scheming together with the Guptas. Right now, me and you do not know.
And your sentiments about the fact that this has now been ventilated in the media and that you actually don't even have a summons that has been presented to you?
Well, I'm not surprised. I've been through in the last 3 years this kind of publicity stance. So what the media says and what Eskom says, the media is neither here nor there. If what is being said in the media was something to take seriously, I would be already in jail by now. The media has passed judgment for me about me on many occasions. I've heard stories where headlines was Koko is being arrested. Police are on Mr. Koko's doorstep. Those are the headlines I've experienced in the last 3 years. So I'm quite frankly not bothered by what's on the media. Eskom has done the right thing, has gone to court, and that's what's going to be my concern.
And should this be the case, and should this be the fact, are you then a bit relieved and perhaps even happy that you are going to have your day in court and that you'll have an opportunity to clear your name?
Well, I am very happy that Eskom has gone to court, and what that does is it forces both Eskom and SIU to put their case before the court that I can respond to in a very organized manner. The media is not the court. The media has got its own agenda. But the courts are different. And I have full confidence in the court. And I just think I'm going to have the last laugh.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Koko, for your time today. I guess we will hear from you, hopefully, when you do get that summons that's served to you, because then I guess that will mean that the wheels are really in action from all fronts and all sides.
I suppose that the sheriff is on the way, and I look forward to receiving it.
All right. Thank you so much. That's Matshela Koko, the former acting CEO of Eskom.